If you read The Alchemist by Paolo Coelho, you probably remember that it's all about living our personal legends. Your personal legend is what you've always wanted to do. You could compare it to your life purpose. It's the path to self-actualization. When you live your personal legend, you tend to experience synchronicities and kind of live life in flow. Deep down, every single human longs for soul-level fulfillment and a deep sense of meaning in life. The problem is that people seek fulfillment in the wrong places. Fulfillment does not come from big accomplishments or doing what other people expect us to do. It comes from pursuing and living our personal legend. And in this video, we'll see exactly how we can do it. But before to complement this video, I highly encourage you to use the Life Purpose Formula. It's a free guide. It's about the easiest and fastest way to figure out your purpose and calling. The link will be in the description below. So the first step to living our personal legends is to follow the breadcrumbs. You must follow your heart-centered dreams and your heart-centered desires. Those are your natural interests. They are the things that make you feel alive, inspired, energized, excited, and the things that spark curiosity within you. Too many people discard their dreams because they've managed to convince themselves that they are not reasonable. And that's because most of the programming that society and our education implanted in our minds was to prepare us to live an ordinary life, not our personal legends. But your heart-centered desires are not childish fantasies. They are breadcrumbs guiding you to your most authentic and most fulfilling life. Plus, as Paolo Coelho wrote, you will never be able to escape from your heart. So it's better to listen to what it has to say. The second step is to not fall for the ego's wants or the shoulds of society. One of the main difficulties in pursuing our personal legends is differentiating our heart's desires from the wants of the ego or the ones that come from conditioning. The ego's wants are rooted in fear or feelings of lack or need. For example, when I was a teenager, I wanted to become a famous actress and live in Hollywood. I did theater at the time and I did enjoy acting, but the reason I wanted to be famous was not a heart-centered dream or desire. It was my ego. I wanted to feel important and be popular. As for the desires or the wants that come from conditioning, there are the things that our society or education or maybe our parents told us we should do or should want. For example, I went to university because I was told growing up that smart people get college degrees. Of course, that's not true, and for me, it ended up being a waste of time and a waste of money. So to help you differentiate your heart-centered dreams and desires from those from your ego or conditioning, you can write down what you want. And then for each thing, ask yourself, why do I want it? Is it to receive praise or to obtain a certain social status? Or maybe to feel superior to others? Then that's the ego. Is it because you were told that it's something you should do? Then that's conditioning. And if it's because it makes you feel inspired and energized and alive, then that's your heart. Step 3 is to commit to pursuing your personal legend. So pursuing your personal legends require commitment. I would say even devotion. If we keep putting our dreams on the back burner, then we're not committed and we're probably not going to achieve them. To commit to your dreams, you can start by writing them down and reading them often, like daily. You can also create a vision board, like kind of a collage that illustrates your dreams, or you can also visualize them. But most importantly, you need to make room for them in your life. If you feel curious about salsa dancing, then take a class. Or if you love animals, then maybe you can volunteer at a shelter once a week. Or if you feel drawn to deserts, maybe plan a trip to visit one. Step 4 is to rely on your inner knowing. To live your personal legend, you need to be in touch with your own inner guidance and inner wisdom. You don't need to listen to other people's advice. Actually, to connect with your inner guidance, it's probably best to go on an advice diet. Just avoid asking people what they think of your dreams. Their opinion doesn't have much value when it comes to your personal legend. On that topic, you know better than anyone else. Plus, you probably heard the saying, the quickest way to kill a dream is to tell a small-minded person about it. So until you're entirely confident in yourself and in your ability to make your dream come true, it's probably best to keep your dream to yourself. or at least only share it with the people you know will support you. There's a great book actually that you could read if you want to learn to connect to your own inner guidance. It's called Your Inner GPS. And the 5th step is to feel the fear and go for it anyway. Paolo Coelho wrote in The Alchemist, "Don't give in to your fears. If you do, you won't be able to follow your heart. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure." When you set to live your personal legend, you will encounter resistance like fears, insecurities, and doubts that could sabotage your success and even prevent you from achieving your dreams, if you let them. Pursuing and living your personal legend implies stepping into the unknown, and your ego sees that as a threat. Your ego's job is to keep you safe, meaning within what's known and habitual. You need to be stronger than your ego. In The War of Art, Steven Pressfield wrote, "Remember one rule of thumb. The more scared we are of a work or calling, the more sure we can be that we have to do it." Feel the fear, take a deep breath, smile, and go for it. Perhaps the most effective way you can remove or at least reduce the resistance, like the fears and insecurities that you feel while pursuing your goals and dreams, is to visualize yourself achieving the outcome you want. And that's because the subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between something real and something that you vividly imagine. So by visualizing yourself achieving the outcome you want, you'll trick your subconscious into believing that you've already done it, therefore that it's safe for you to pursue. And then you'll experience less resistance. So I made a video already about a clear step-by-step process to visualize our goals and dreams. It's the easiest way I know to do it, so I'm going to link it somewhere on the screen and in the description below. And I highly recommend watching it and doing it because it will give you the courage you need to live your personal legend. And again, don't forget to grab the free guide, The Life Purpose Formula, which is the easiest way or the fastest way to figure out your purpose and calling. The link will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching until the end. I really appreciate it. And I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you next week.